Welcome back to the channel everyone, and today I'm going to be going over the storyline of the Great War and the Wolf King. If you enjoy Call of Duty content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be doing more videos like this in the future. If you haven't seen my playlist with all of my videos, it is in the description, and make sure to comment what you would like me to do next. But enough talking, let's go into the storyline of the Wolf King and the Great War. Let's go. Many of the events that occurred during the Great War are unknown. However, it is known that on April 14th in 1294, a knight named Sir Pablo Marinus was saved from a Magua by Primus, who later documented the war within his diary. The war would last until the last day in the year 1299, where after the final battle ended, Primus used the elemental staffs to cleanse the world of the sickness as far as the eye could see, with the remaining apothegons being banished into the dark ether once again. In the first day of 1300, the Great War ended. Primus instructed the Wolf King to build his castle in Austria before they seemingly disappeared into time itself. On February 18th, 1300, Pablo Marinus began documenting the Great War, the Keepers and the Apothegons, as well as Element 115, noting a massive deposit of it in northern France. 4 months later, on June 4th, a tomb was constructed in northern France to honour fallen soldiers of the Great War. Statues of Primus were constructed within it. Pablo's journal somehow gets to the hands of Group 935, who then investigate the site, leading to the events within the map Origins. Using information from Pablo's journal about the Great War, Ludwig Maxis constructs replicas of the elemental staffs. The more Maxis reads of the Great War, the more he begins to question his understanding of the scientific world and the true nature of the universe itself. Richtofen notes that in spite of Group 935's progress at the dig site, he is troubled by Maxis' growing obsession with Pablo's diary. Maxis delves into research, eventually becoming completely consumed by Samantha's voice. In the intro cutscene, Samantha refers to Lands of Origins as the battlegrounds of the Great War. After opening the main chamber using a gramophone and installing 115 generators connected to the main chamber, ancient figures arise from the main chamber who are undead knights from the Great War that have come back into the living. After assisting us in the construction of the Argarthan device, Pablo Marinus would be sent back in time to creating a predestination paradox. The Wolf King was born sometime before 1292. Not much is known about the Wolf King's past, except that he had somewhat befriended two wolves that fought alongside him in battle. However, the Wolf King and his army assembled to fight the Apothegons alongside the Keepers and Primus. The Wolf King was presented for the final days of the Great War, where Primus arrived to use the elemental staff to defeat the Apothegon menace. In the end of the Great War, the Wolf King was instructed by the four knights to build a castle in a location they specified, before Primus seemingly disappeared from history. Sometime after he raised a son who he proceeded to tell stories regarding the Great War and the valiant four knights that he fought alongside with. At some point, many years after the Great War, the Wolf King died. The circumstances of his death are not clear. However, paintings within Dreisendrache show that the Wolf King has entered a battle with his wolves, followed by a painting showing an Apothegon monster in the sky shooting lightnings, and a painting of his loyal servant Arthur grieving at the Wolf King's dead body. As the Wolf King died, he requested that his faithful servant Arthur scattered his remains under the site where his castle was built. Arthur has honoured the Wolf King's dying request and buried the bones in September 19th, 1318, only to be teleported by temporal rifts to buried in the following day. These bones will be later unearthed by Primus and one of the Wolf King's wolves as a spirit when obtaining the wolf bow. And there you go, that is the storyline of the Great War and the Wolf King. If you enjoyed the storyline today, make sure to like and subscribe. I will be doing more of this in the future, and comment down what you would like me to do next. But for now, goodbye.